sorry I'm running late. But honey, it is so much information that's coming out, and I had to give y'all this. I promise y'all I did. When I tell you, when I tell you I've been sitting with this for a couple of minutes, a couple of hours, because every time I think I'm ready, child, every time I think I'm ready to turn on this thing and press record, I open my mouth and I start recording. Bam, something else drop. Something else drop. And I'm trying to keep up with everything. Everything is moving so fast. And I gotta get up, y'all. I just have to get up, walk around my whole apartment and call my friend. Do you hear what I'm saying? Just to breathe into the phone because I'm so upset. Neither one of us is saying nothing. I'm just breathing. Have y'all ever been that way before? When you just feel so wham with emotion, you just call and just breathing, ain't saying nothing. Honey, because what words you got for this? Words just don't exist for me, okay? Nolan Wales, 18 years old, football player, beautiful boy from Mississippi, goes out here with his friends, honey, on July the 4th. Now, you know July the 4th is the day everybody get it cracking. Everybody taking pictures. And these are party boys. You saw the photos. They all hugged up together. They partying, 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 partying. They out here. They adventurous boys. Always out on the boats. Always this. Always out in these streets. Okay? Come on now. July the 4th. What were y'all doing on July the 4th when you was 17, 18, 19 years old? What were y'all doing? Partying? If you ain't partying, you're trying to get to some party, right? All right then. Act like you know. Act like you know. So, July the 4th, they on a boat, right? They came back. He don't. They got his phone. They got his keys. They don't tell his mama for hours. She got to track that phone herself. Got to get it herself. Got to be the detective herself. She got to be the SCI, the whole police department, while they sitting at home with her baby stuff in their pockets. And now a female witness and broke her silence, y'all. She looked at the camera and she said the words that changed everything. And I don't even think she looked at the camera, but this is what people are saying. These are what the streets are saying. She's saying she knows what happened. She was there. I told you they already talked to 60 witnesses. Everybody told you about that. She was one of those witnesses. She saw it. And when I tell you, boy, oh boy, when I tell you what she said, you're going to understand why they've been trying to keep this stuff quiet, why they moving like they got something to hide, because they do. They do got something to hide. And let me tell you something. It's unfortunate, but you know the white supremacists got their hands in the government. They got their hands in top tier. They get away with murder all the time, just like they got away with Emmett Till, just like they got away with so many other murders, okay? And they are trying to flex their muscle to see what else they can get away with. Remember, make America great again. Back in the 1930s. You get what I'm saying? So this is one of the things that they're doing to flex their muscle to see how far they can go, how much they can get away with. So this witness, she said Nolan didn't get into a fight at the island. Okay. Now that's what she's saying. That's what she's saying. Are y'all with me? Are y'all with me? Okay. Yeah, she said Nolan did not get in a fight at the island. She said Nolan and Wyatt got into it right afterwards. Yeah, that's what she said, Nolan. And remember, Ben Crump said it's been plenty of witness that said that it was an altercation about Nolan, and Nolan was in an altercation. Not even 10 minutes later, she say, because Wyatt took his phone. Now, why is Wyatt taking his phone? Is it something on that phone? Is something on that phone that I don't know if he took that day and that's why he deleted the picture or what? And Evan was trying to be hard and Nolan was screaming. And she said he was screaming, "Give me back my effing phone back," and the N word. Uh, what's wrong with you? So basically, Don't you know that shepherd guy that said that he was in an altercation? She said that is true. He was in an altercation. But right after that, 10 minutes after that, Nolan and Wyatt got into a big fight, girl. They got into a big altercation over the phone. Okay? You okay? A boy surrounded by boys. He thought they were his friends. We're talking about Nolan, fighting for his phone, fighting for his dignity. And they jumping him while they recorded. Now she says they recorded. I want to see them recordings. But you know what? If you guys know about Shanquella Robinson, they recorded Shanquella Robinson too. All of them have phones. They all recorded Shanquella Robinson, but yet we haven't seen their phones, and we haven't seen more of their video footage. I'm sure they deleted it, but she says that it was people recording it while they was just laughing at him, while they say get him, like it's a damn game, like it was an entertainment, like his life just don't matter, like he ain't have like he ain't nobody's son or something like that, like he ain't somebody's whole world. And then she said the part that broke me, honey. Everybody left, but Nolan didn't. He wanted his phone. He wanted his phone. He wouldn't leave without it. And that was the last time she saw him alive. When I tell you, I had to pause the video and just sit there. Cause I keep on thinking about my own phone, about how attached we are, about how a boy in Mississippi would have leave a white boy's house without his phone because he knew if he left without it, they would never give it back. They would have his whole life, his pictures, his messages, his mama's number, and we wouldn't let them have that. He fought for it and he died for it. He died fighting for his phone. His phone, y'all. Now, what's on that phone? I don't know. But we're going to find out because they said they have the inspection on that phone. The mama said when she got that phone, all the pictures, all the messages on July the 4th was gone. It's almost like he didn't say nothing to nobody or no pictures July the 4th. I want to ask y'all, did y'all text on July the 4th? Press 1 if you text on July the 4th. Press 1 if you took pictures on July the 4th on the holiday. I know I was texting a whole bunch of people. Where you at? You gonna meet us here? You gonna meet us there? You know what I mean? But Nolan, being the young kid that he is, said everything was gone on July the 4th. That's just odd. Um, she also said that Evan deleted the pictures, but hold on. The mama picked up Nolan's phone Saturday night, right? July the 4th, Saturday night, the mama had that phone. So if the mama got the phone Saturday night, Evan deleting the pictures must have been earlier in that day. Okay? Must have been earlier in that day. So honey, I tell you what, I know they was taking a whole bunch of boat stops. I want to know what was going on in that boat. But the point is the system should be asking these questions, not dismissing the whole witness, right? Not closing the case, not saying no foul play while we're screaming murder, okay? Because this is a murder. Press 7 if this is a murder. Do you guys still feel like this is a murder? The Cajun Navy found that body. I know a lot of you guys are saying, how could you say that it was no water in the lungs if the autopsy didn't get back? Because the Cajun Navy found that body. And the Cajun Navy, when they picked the body up, they said the body is not waterlogged. Okay? That's how we came up with that conclusion. The Cajun Navy, because remember it's out in Horn Island, that's the Navy people in the waters, that's who's going to discover it. They said the body was not waterlogged. Okay? You don't need an autopsy for them to tell you that the body is not waterlogged. They look at bodies all day from drowning and stuff, y'all. They said the body is not waterlogged. Hashtag not waterlogged. So many of y'all in the comment. Well, how you know the autopsy ain't came back? The autopsy, because the Cajun Navy said it. The Cajun Navy that found his body said the body is not waterlogged. He wasn't in that water that long enough to drown. The medical examiner said there wasn't even water in his lungs. That's why, okay? But the sheriff said no foul play. The sheriff said no foul play while mama is screaming her baby was murdered. While she's screaming on TV, begging for answers. The sheriff sitting there talking about no foul play. Like that's supposed to make it all just go away. Like we just stupid. Like we don't see what we see. And the women handled the bodies. Girl, can we talk about that? They came out here on videos and they was talking too. They said they brought Nolan's body to them face down, honey. Face down on that stretcher. Face down. The ultimate disrespect. Even in death, they wouldn't let him have any dignity even in death, because they did his face so bad. When you drown, your face ain't looking that bad where they gotta flip you over. Even in death, they had to humiliate him one more time. And if you asking me, whoever then picked that body up from the Cajun Navy, because the Cajun Navy, that's who reported, and then they had the other people come and they do what they do. Whoever did that, I think they're involved in the white supremacy, because the white supremacy, they in and everywhere. And I'm sure Judge made a few calls like, it's on alert. We got a black body. You know what we do, team? Because they got them everywhere. They got them stuck in the doctors. They got them in the lawyers. They over here. They over there. These white supremacy people are planted in different programs, y'all, all in the government, all in the police department, all in the, you know what, okay? So one call, that's it. And everybody in the white supremacy was on high alert. They all in the media, okay? So yeah, they're going to always have each other back, okay? So yeah, that he was disposable. That's how they treated him. They treated his ass like he was garbage that they can just throw away face down like he ain't have a soul. And the burns and the torture and the bruises. Okay? The streets know about it. Yeah. The women who saw, well, the women said that they the people that saw it, they said it was burns, torture, and bruises on his body. The system don't know. They don't want us to know this because they seen those tortures. They seen those bruises on his bodies. They seen those burn marks. Why haven't they reported that? Huh? Because they don't want us to know. But the women know, and there's a lot of stuff they hiding from us. There's a lot of shit they don't want us to know. It don't take that long for that autopsy. They should have came and told us that autopsy in Mississippi. Then they're going to lie, talking about something. It was a delay. Delay my ass. Ain't no damn delay. They are holding up because they want to see what that independent autopsy got. That's all that is. It ain't no damn delay. The community knows, and honey, people talking. They breaking silence. Do you hear me? And they keep telling they telling the truth. The system is trying to bury. How about that? And the parents, they lured up immediately. I'm talking about them white boys. I was with Wyatt. All of them. Why you luring up if you don't got nothing to hide? Before they even made a public statement. And can I talk about that, Katie? Now, the white boys are talking about, well, Nolan wanted to stay on the damn island with Katie. I don't give a damn. It's July the 4th. He don't want it. It's July the 4th at 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Hell, it's still hoes to get. Ain't nobody pressed about and please, sorry for my disrespect, but ain't nobody pressed about no girl at 4:30 p.m. We still hanging with the bros, okay? So, no. And Katie even said way before 4 p.m., she talked to Nolan, and Nolan said he was getting back on that boat with his boys. That's what she said. And you see Katie, she ain't lured up because she don't got nothing to hide. Now they trying to blame it on Katie. Well, Katie was the only one that the last person that seen him, as if Katie tried to unalive his ass. Katie ain't lured up. That y'all the ones that's luring up. Y'all the one that got something to hide. Y'all the one that got issues with him. Hell, I'm sorry, y'all. I really am. I don't mean to be this hostile. I really don't. Let me stop. Ooh, I just can't help it sometimes. Man, I tell you. But yeah, they lied about that. Talking about look for Katie. So, honey, they lured up. The white boys, they lured up. While Nolan's mama is on Facebook begging for information. Did Wyatt, Andrew, did they talk to the mom? Did they say, hey, this is what I know. This is what's going on. This is our situation with your son on this day. Come on now. It's July the 4th. Ain't no way I'm leaving my homie on an island to talk to no broad. Hell no. We gonna stay with my homie on this island, or I'm like, Nick. See, I'm black, and I don't mean that as disrespect, but when I say the N word, that's just how I was brought up. Okay, I don't know if it's bad or whatever. But I'm like, nigga, get your ass on a boat. Nah, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Call me clock blocking or whatever. Get her number and we hanging. This July the 4th. You spend your time July the 4th with your bros, with your family, with your friends. We gonna fuck on hoes at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay? That's just how we doing. Ain't no Brody gonna ditch the bros on July the 4th to hang out with fucking Katie all day. And Katie even said, no, he was not hanging out with me all day. He wasn't planning to. He left me to go on a boat with his boys. Hello? So that's a lie right there. And it don't even make sense. Ain't no Brody doing that shit at 4:30 p.m. I can understand 2, 3 o'clock at night. He trying to hit some scans. You understand? But shit, at 4:30 on July the 4th, we still hanging with the bros, you know? So that shit just don't make sense. But one of the boys' mama is a judge. Okay. I'm gonna keep saying that. And I do look, that boat, that private boat, I think it's the judge husband. That's the boat I think. Who do y'all think that boat belonged to? Okay? Comment in the comment section. And we supposed to believe she don't know what her son did. Hell, she know what her son did. We supposed to believe that she ain't using her position to protect him. You know she is. To slow down the investigation. Honey, please. I wasn't born yesterday and I know how this works. I know how the machine works. I know how they protect their own, okay? And the coach came out here talking about we don't have any racial problems at this school. Mind you, it was an assistant coach. It wasn't even a head white coach. Do you notice they getting all these colored people come up here and talk? Ain't the whiteys ain't saying shit. Damn, why the white folks ain't saying that? And all these colored folks. And Spencer, he ain't black, but I guess he ain't white either. So yeah, they up here talking about kids have problems sometimes. Baby, you compromise. That black man is compromising that coach. You work for the school district ran by them white folks in Mississippi, and you say anything that plant the school in a positive light, okay? You're gonna be looking for a new job if you say anything negative about that school. Honey, we see you. I see exactly what you're doing. Okay, trying to get the cool points, trying to pander to his, so he can get a bigger check. You protecting your paycheck while the boy is dead. You are protecting your position while his mama crying. It ain't that sad. And I hope you can't sleep at night. I hope. I sure do. Every time you close your eyes, I want you to see Nolan's face. I hope you feel what you should have felt when he had the chance to stand up and be a man. And the FBI, can we talk about the FBI for 1 second? Can we talk about the FBI in 1 second? um, assisting with digital evidence, looking at the phones. That's what they're going to be doing. But the community knows what that means, right? The community knows the FBI. They can hide evidence. Press 7 if you know they can hide evidence just as easy as they can find it. The community knows the FBI protects the powerful, right? The community knows the FBI is just another layer of the same machine, just another way to make sure the truth don't come out, just like they did with them Epstein files. Hello. So the FBI being involved, it don't mean justice is coming. A lot of y'all be so fooled. They don't got me fooled. It just means they're gonna be looking at phones, but what they do with what they find, hell, that depends on who they protecting. And the community know who they scared of. The community know the judge mama got pull, she got weight. The community know the connected parents got juice. And the community knows the whole system is working together to make sure another boy's death don't matter. A black boy's death don't matter. Okay? 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 So, honey, I just wanted to give you guys a feel of that. I'm going to try to come back on later on tonight to give you guys some more tea, but I just seen that about that female witness. I was like, no, y'all need to know about this. All right. So I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, and I'll see y'all later on tonight.